Greetings, dear reader. We meet again. Remember me? I am the Old Witch. In each issue of this, the Crypt Keeper's magazine, I brew a terror tale here in my cauldron. This time I have cooked up a chiller diller. I call it Death Suited Him. My story begins on a black night in a deserted graveyard. The sound of digging shatters the dead silence.
Just this last task, John Baxter. And then tomorrow morning, my victory will be complete.
Wildly, the dark figure spades the soft earth, opening the ever-widening black hole.
A few more feet, and I'll reach your coffin, John Baxter, and that cursed tuxedo. Then I'll have everything.
What does this strange figure who digs at graves in the black of night want with Baxter's tuxedo, you ask? Let me tell you his story while he digs. His name is Lawrence Cabot. We have to go back into the past, to Lawrence Cabot's college days, to pick up his story.
Hey, Cabot. I hear you and John Baxter are both hot on Nancy Anderson. Cut it out, will you, Dave? You're gonna have to go some to get her, Larry. Baxter's old man's got dough, you know. That's just my trouble. I can't afford to take her out like John does.
That's the way it was. John Baxter and Lawrence Cabot were both in love with the same girl. John was rich, while Larry just managed to scrape up enough to get through college.
All's fair in love and war, Larry, old boy. Sure, John. Sure.
And then that fateful day arrived. The fraternity that John and Larry belonged to was invited to a graduation dance given by Nancy Anderson's sorority.
And it's strictly formal, you guys. Nobody goes without a tux.
What? What's the matter, Larry? Can't you afford one? It was a bad break for Larry. John had a tuxedo, and so he went to that dance, while Larry stayed behind.
Darn it. Just my luck. Johnny'll probably make time with Nancy tonight.
But when the boys returned late that night...
Hey, Larry! Congratulate me! Nancy and I are engaged! We're going to be married right after graduation. I see. If it wasn't for that cursed tuxedo of yours, John Baxter, Nancy Anderson would have been my wife.
But what happened after that, you ask? Let me continue. John and Nancy were married.
Go ahead, Larry. Kiss the bride.
Nancy's father gave John a good position in his firm, and John was set.
Take a letter, Miss Glass.
Yes, Mr. Baxter. While in his small office, Larry struggled to make ends meet.
Day in and day out, waiting for that phone to ring. Waiting. Will I ever be a success?
And brooded.
I'd be in John's shoes today. I'd have everything that he has.
And then he made his decision.
But I can have Nancy. John's job, money, prestige. I'll take them from him. They should be mine anyway. I'll kill him.
Larry Cabot planned it very carefully. Every detail. One night, on a lonely road.
Larry, I thought you were supposed to be at the house for dinner. What are you doing out here? My car broke down, John. I've been waiting for you to come along. It's good to see you again, Larry. Nancy will be thrilled. Yes, she'll probably get the shock of her life.
As he struck John, Larry grabbed the wheel and guided the car to a stop. Then he drove to a point where the road skirted a mountainside.
This is perfect.
Propping the unconscious figure of John behind the wheel, Larry released the brake on the car and let it roll toward the cliff edge. Then they called it an accident. Larry's plan had worked perfectly. At the funeral, he comforted the grief-stricken Nancy.
Chin up, Nancy. He would have wanted it that way.
The months passed, and Lawrence Cabot came to call more and more often at the home of the young widow, Nancy Baxter.
You've got your whole life ahead of you, Nancy. You can't throw it away.
I suppose you're right, Larry. And then, one evening...
Nancy, you know how I felt about you, ever since college.
You're sweet, Larry.
Marry me, Nancy. Let me take John's place. I love you.
I've always liked you, Larry.
Then say yes. Say yes.
All right, Larry. I'll marry you. And so Larry had gotten what he'd wanted. Nancy was going to be his wife, in his room the night before the wedding.
I've won at last, John Baxter. I've won at last. I've got it all. Everything I would have gotten if it wasn't for that tuxedo you had when we were in college. But now your tuxedo. That would crown my victory. Tomorrow when I marry Nancy, I'll wear your tuxedo. The one they buried you in.
The gates to the cemetery creaked open, and Larry, his eyes wide and staring, entered. He carried a spade. Slowly he made his way across the graves, between the headstones, until he came to the one marked John Baxter.
Just this last task, John Baxter, and then tomorrow morning my victory will be complete.
And that is Lawrence Cabot's story. So far. Wait! Hear that hollow boom? The coffin. Let's see what he's up to.
Now to open your casket and strip you of your last possession, John Baxter. 4 months in the ground hasn't harmed it any. It's still in good condition.
Larry Cabot removed the tuxedo from the corpse of John Baxter and recovered the grave. Then...
And now for some sleep. Tomorrow is a big day.
You think he's mad, don't you? Well, you may be right. In any case, the next morning Larry dressed in John's tuxedo.
Yes, John, it fits fine. I fit into everything of yours. Fine.
The church was hot, and as Larry stood in the vestry, waiting for the ceremony to begin...
It's certainly hot in here this morning. I feel strange.
Soon the familiar strains of the wedding march echoed through the vaulted room.
It must be my imagination, but I feel as though this suit were crushing me.
Nancy made her appearance and started down the long aisle.
Hurry, I can't breathe. I don't think I can last through the ceremony.
Larry's brain was reeling. Everything swam before him as he stepped forward.
Crushing the life out of me. Hot. Can't breathe. We are gathered together to witness the...
There were flashes now, then a dizziness.
Let him speak now or forever hold his peace. John, he's crushing me, killing me. I...
In a last mad fit, before the blackness closed in, Larry tore John's tuxedo from himself.
Ah!
Larry, what is it?
I now pronounce you... What?
The group that had come to witness the wedding was shocked. Someone rushed forward to examine the prostrate Larry.
He's dead.
Dead?
Yes, he was dead after a medical examination was made.
Strange. This report says that Larry died of poisoning from embalming fluid.
Embalming fluid? But how did Larry ever come in contact with that?
We know how, don't we, dear reader? When Larry got hot under the collar, his body absorbed the embalming fluid which had contaminated John's tuxedo. And now Larry really has everything that John has. No Nancy, no job, no prestige, no nothing. Just a nice cool coffin in a nice cool grave.